Miciah Hidlebaugh, the 72H.
Tanner Allen from Springville in the 22.
And the flying bomb pop, Miciah Hidlebaugh, he's got company.
Tanner Allen. Allen's right there.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a while since we've been on here. We finally are getting a chance to do this again, and we had a hell of a night last night on the first night of our 3-day swing with the Dirt Crown Summer Series. I had an okay night, and good thing Miciah is carrying the B-Main Bobbies brand because he decided to go off and pretty much kick our ass last night and won. So there's that. And, yeah, that was awesome to see you get a win, dude.
Well, I don't know if I would really say I kicked their ass because I kind of had to work for it. My drawing skills have obviously not gotten any better. Started off the night with a 40 out of 100, which last night was really high draws. There was a few low draws, and then
what was there? Four guys that drew less than us?
Yeah,
because I drew a 48.
And then everything else was 40 up to 100.
Yeah, it was really high numbers, which doesn't seem to happen very often, but I guess it worked out all right.
I'd say won the heat. Track was definitely, it was weird. Like 1 and 2, you could really drive it in hard and it would stick. And then you go in the 3 and 4, and you'd have to back your corner off because it's either the sun was just hitting on the track on that corner the whole night and just blew it off. But man, it was definitely tough to get a hold of 3 and 4, even throughout the night. Won the heat. And we go up to draw, and I pull out the 12. And I was the second one to draw, and it's like, well, I was hoping for a good draw because I felt like we had a good car to compete last night, and told myself I was just going to go out there and try to survive and get a good points night. And then I started picking them off. Everybody went to the bottom and kept trying to roll the top in, and found myself running second. And I didn't know if I could get to Dallin. And then until I started reeling them in, I'm like, man, I think I might have some for him. I made the split-second decision to try to throw a slider and get under him. And I'm glad it paid off. Picked up our first Dirt Crown win for the B-Main Bobbies, and my first Dirt Crown win. Been trying to do that for the past 2 years now, and man, I couldn't get the sign ripped out of Scott's hand any faster. I didn't care about the check at all. I just wanted the sign.
Yeah, well, and I don't remember if I said where we raced last night. So we are, what was last night? Race number 4 with Dirt Crown.
Yeah, I think number 4 Dirt Crown.
So it should have been like race number 6, but we've had a bunch of rainouts. So we're on a 3-day swing up north here. We were at Murray County in Slayton, Minnesota last night, and we are in Worthington right now. We'll race here tonight, and then we go to Huset's tomorrow night. So probably should say where we were racing at, but
yeah.
And when he said that he took the sign, so if you win a Dirt Crown race, they have a badass LED sign that's lit up, and it says Dirt Crown on it. Super cool. I know a lot of guys, we like to go trophy hunting. That's what a lot of it is, because there's a lot of really cool trophies out there. Same thing in NASCAR. There's a lot of prestigious trophies out there, and that's why a lot of the guys want to win that race, not just to say that they won that race, but they have that trophy. So we both have been wanting an LED sign for a really long time, and luckily Miciah was able to get that last night. So, but yeah, you definitely had to work for it. My night was up and down, man. When we went out for hot laps, and talking to the promoter at the track last night, there was a lot of guys there that had never been there before.
I think pretty much half the field.
At least half the field was first
timers. And what did he say? The track usually is one laner on the bottom. Nobody ever likes to go to the top there.
I thought the track was really racy because
it was very racy.
We misjudged the setup. This place it was interesting. It was hard to read because when you watch this track on TV, it looks way bigger than it is, and it looks like there's no banking. But there's some pretty good banking there. When you look at it in person, I mean, the infield, the tractor tires are up on a berm above the very bottom lane of the racetrack, probably a couple foot.
I mean, it's good.
There's some pretty good banking. So like when we went out for hot laps, we were wide open all the way around. I was like, damn, this place is fast. It almost looks like a go-kart track.
It really does look like a go-kart track.
But I mean, it was fast. And I knew the track was hard. It was really hard in hot laps, but I didn't anticipating it blowing off as quick as it did, especially with only being 4 classes. And we had the Bombers before us, and they just run those small radial tires, so I didn't think it would have blown off. But when we went out there for my heat race, I was the third of 3 heats for stock cars, and as soon as I pulled on the track, I knew I was in trouble because I knew we weren't set up anywhere near where we needed to be.
Well, Nick, you made 3 gear changes last night. It felt like.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, we showed up with the 20, and we decided, I think we could get away with the 33. The 33 was awesome in hot laps, and I think it was too much in the heat race. Granted, some of that was set up. I think I wasn't able to get over on the right rear enough because we were set up for it still being hammered down, and it was not. I was holding okay. I was running second to Chance there for the first half of the heat race, and I was holding off Kelly, and I thought I was going to be able to manage and at least get a redraw spot. And then we had a caution. I don't even know what happened, but after that restart and we got everyone bunched up again, I had nowhere to go. I couldn't keep it under me. And 1 and 2, I was still good because the track still stayed really fast and pretty hammered down there. But 3 and 4 was blowing off so much that with not being set up for slick and having that extra gear, I mean, it was all I could do to keep the tires under me coming off of 4. I was blowing them off. So, and since I got 5th, missed the redraw spot by 1, thanks, Spa, on the last lap. And since I was the 3rd heat, I had to start 15th. So, and I pretty much just hung out there the whole time. I ended up 12th. But, I mean, it was a hornet's nest back there, man.
I know.
It was crazy.
What it sounds like it was, and I just don't get why the feature was like I said, it was weird. The first 5 laps before that caution, it was hammered down.
It was.
We were wide open all the way around.
Yeah.
And then the caution comes out, and we bunch back up, and next thing you know, it's slick, bottom top.
Yeah, I mean, it blew off instantly.
And then everybody went to the bottom. And that's back to what the promoter was saying. Nobody runs the top. And I'm like, always firm believer, pass them where they're not.
Yep.
And
well, and that's what I did for a while. For the good, at least the first half of the race, I was up top because I fell in behind Damon. And him and I were kind of passing quite a few cars. And I didn't 100% agree with the lineups after all the cautions, but nothing you can do about it. But I felt like I passed the same cars like 16 times last night. But I mean, I ran every inch of the track last night. I was on the tires, I was in the middle, I was on the top. I mean, it was everywhere. And with it being a hornet's nest back there, it wasn't bad. Like the racing was actually really good. It's just frustrating because everybody's really good. We're all bunched up and you're just slicing and dicing everywhere, just trying to move ahead. It also didn't help me starting on the bottom. If I could have started on the outside,
could have rolled it in a little more.
That I would have. I just would have been able to follow the momentum up top. Instead, I had to spend a few laps in the madhouse back there to even get up to the top. Because after Damon got by me, then I was like, all right, now I can. Because I knew there probably wasn't going to be anyone else behind him on the top.
Probably not.
And as soon as I saw him go by, I went up behind him, and then we started picking cars off, and then the cautions. And
yeah, but on all honesty, nobody really.
It was pretty clean racing, really.
Yeah, for the most part.
Well,
Yeah. I'm not going to get into that. But
No.
yeah, for the most part, yeah,
Yeah.
it was clean. But I'm very fortunate enough to come out with the win. It's these races are, even in this class, it's hard to win.
Yeah.
And the cars that I passed last night are the best cars in the country. I'll say it every night. Kelly Shryock, Johnny, Nichols, and Dallin. I mean, all those guys, the amount of wins those guys have.
That was my heat race.
Yeah.
My heat race last night, I had Chance on the pole. I was front row outside. Then we had Kelly and Nichols and Damon and Johnny. And I can't remember who the other two were. But, I mean, my heat race was absolutely loaded. The amount of wins that were in my heat race was like disgusting.
Super Nationals heater.
Yeah. But that's the thing about these Dirt Crown races, man. It's just everybody's good. Out of the 24 cars last night, I bet 18 to 20 of us had a shot of winning.
Oh, 100%.
And the track was pretty racy. I know what I did wrong. I should have stayed on the top, but it just is what it is. And when you're with this many good cars, it's really hard to move forward. That's why it was so hard to pass.
And too, when you make a mistake running the bottom, getting stuck on the bottom, it's hard to capitalize on a mistake. And that's why racing these guys make you not make mistakes. They try to get you to make mistakes, but if you can dig deep and hit your marks every single lap, there's no reason why you can't run with them. And there's not. And tonight, we've another new track for us both, and everybody's saying how it's pretty one lane. We've heard other times when it gets to top, it's racy. So that's what we're hoping for tonight. $5,000 to win tonight. Automatic qualifier for Dirt Crown. Wish last night was, but oh well. What do you do?
I mean, a $2,500 payday is all right.
Yeah, definitely. It's my biggest payday I've ever had. So.
Yeah. I've never won that much either.
The only amount I've won was $750. So
I think 600 is the highest for me. But no, this place looks pretty cool. It's a bull ring, man. It's high banked, super tight corners. It's kind of like a fishbowl almost.
Honestly, like I told Dennis, it reminds me of Stewart, like a wider version of Stewart.
Yeah,
it's pretty weird
with the wall all the way around.
Yeah, and a weird wall all the way around.
Yeah, it's different.
Pretty much a guardrail, which is not good.
Yeah.
And the rear deck's to be laying on the backstretch.
But no, I don't know. I think tonight will be interesting. We'll see how many cars we get tonight. I know there's a really big money race over there in Wisconsin tonight. So, I don't know. It just seems like these last couple of weeks, there's been a ton of big money races.
There has been. Well, you got the Dakota Tour, which I wouldn't call that really big. I mean, it's $1,000 to win each night for stock cars. So, I mean, you got the people that went to that all week. So, you got that. And then you got, obviously, the 141 special. It's just tough. I mean, I think we'll have a little more than last night. Just being $5,000 to win.
Right.
But then again, lately at these Dirt Crowns, when we've only been getting enough to not have to run a B-Main.
Yeah, because Alta, I think we had, 27?
Yep.
26 or 27. They started all of us. We only had 24 last night. So
I bet tonight we'll get 30, a little over 30.
I would like to think so, but I think the show's going to go pretty quick tonight. It's just us and Sport Mods.
Oh, is it?
I guess. That's what the one guy we talked to in the infield earlier said, that it's just us and Sport Mods tonight. So,
all right, then. Well, that's going to be a nice early night.
It'd be all right.
That would be all right.
Hopefully we're both in the show.
I hope. But then again, they always say 0 to 0 real fast. So I hope
this sport can do that to you very, very quick.
I hope that doesn't happen. I hope we can keep this momentum going. Car has been pretty dang good. The guys at BHE have done a tremendous job. Paul at B&B also. Braden definitely has got this thing dialed in. Me and him talk all the time about stuff we can do with the car, each other's cars, and I mean, you just got to bounce ideas off each other. That's what makes it better. And Braden and I kind of drive similar. We have some similar tendencies, so it definitely helps. I can bounce to him.
Right.
And I'm glad we got this car figured out. At the beginning of the year, it was a little bit kind of frustrating. I was running places where I really didn't want to run. Felt like we had a better car than where I was finishing. And I'm just glad we got it turned around. And I know we're getting your car turned around. And hopefully both have another good night. Another good points night. I mean, that's the big thing is points. Yeah. And they don't update them every night. So we're right now going in the last night. I was sitting tied for 4th. And I think
I was tied for 10th.
Tied for 10th. And I know a lot of people didn't show up that were in front of Tanner. And I beat cars that were in front of me by quite a bit. So if the calculations are right, I should be in 3rd.
And I think Josh was saying the way he calculated, I should be in like 8th. So
sitting right there.
Right there on the bubble.
Right on the bubble.
So
let's hope for somebody that's in the top 7 to win the night.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to see. I mean, my car's been pretty good. We've had a lot of top 5, top 3 finishes. You just got to step it up a lot more when you come to this big stuff. And we've tried a lot of different things this year, just bouncing ideas off of other people. Because if you run the same stuff all the time, I mean,
how are you gonna get any better?
You're gonna plateau. So we're trying some stuff. Hopefully we can judge. The biggest thing that's been getting us lately is judging the tracks. And like, that's what made last night so tough is like everybody I talked to a couple friends today and they watched it on IMCA TV and they thought the track was like hammered down all night. I was like, no, it was buddy. Like, it was black slick.
Black slick.
But they said that's how deceiving it is. But this black dirt up here, I could see how it is. And even just driving up to the track, looking at it from the fence or whatever, it was really hard to tell what it looked like until you actually went out on the track. Then you wouldn't really know. It was really deceiving, just hard to judge. But like you said, after the first 5 laps of the feature, it was 2 different racetracks.
You think when you have bombers out there on those radials, it brings moisture back up.
Right.
And you think, well, how long is that moisture going to stay in the track? Because they farmed it.
Yeah.
Tore it up and everything. Well, those bombers aren't going to roll that track in and make it slick. They're going to keep that moisture there.
Right.
And I didn't think in 5 laps we'd have that thing blown off.
I didn't either.
We did.
Yeah, I figured it would have been more like 10 to 12 laps, closer to halfway before it was really good and cleaned off. But, oh well, I mean, it was fun. It sucks that it's 5 hours away. That'd be a fun track to do some more.
Well, yeah, and by the sounds of it, they only get like 8 cars, 8 stock cars weekly, time to time. And they don't get very many cars on a weekly basis, I guess, is what they were saying.
Huh.
Which is surprising because I
thought it was a really nice track. I thought it was prepped really good.
The pits were nice. I mean,
the pits were really nice.
Really nice level spots.
They got a nice tech area where the scales, they got a nice scale pad.
Yeah, no.
Which is hard to find.
No janky scales.
Yeah.
We don't want no janky scales.
No.
But tonight looks like another good track. Yeah, like you said, it's tough that these tracks are this far away. It'd be fun to come on a weekly night. Then we got the big one tomorrow.
Yeah.
The old Houston Speedway. Well, we're gonna get through tonight first.
Yeah, you gotta. That's the thing about these 3-day shows is you gotta go one night at a time.
Oh yeah.
And that's one thing I've kind of struggled with is because with me being a big sprint car fan, Houston's has been one that I've had. Houston's and Knoxville. I've had them 2 dates. That's been my main focus all year is because I've always wanted to race both of them tracks, and I don't think that was an issue for me last night. I didn't really lose focus on it, but I got to keep that in the back of my mind tonight that I got to make sure we get through tonight have a good night tonight, so then we can hopefully have a really good night at Houston's tomorrow.
Yeah. You never know, dude. Hey, you might pull one out tonight.
Yeah.
Not have to worry about the whole points thing. But or you, like I said, you hope that somebody that's in the top 7 wins tonight and locks himself in. So then you don't have to worry about it. They're already in the top 7. Hopefully they cancel them out and move down the lane. We'll see. I know. Hopefully you guys are liking what we're putting on our videos out on social medias, because we're trying hard. The comedian in me is usually comes out, but man, you guys are being ruthless to me.
Yeah, that video on Facebook of us getting hung up, getting out of the car, man, they are beating you up bad.
I guess I can climb out just fine. It was just that one time I decided to get stuck on the hybrid.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people realize that, is that your hybrid is what got caught on your seat.
I didn't get stuck in the window. God, people.
Yeah, but no, this content stuff's hard, man, especially when we're in the thick of race season. We do all the content ourselves. We don't hire anybody. We do it all ourselves. I know Carly helps you out with the GoPro stuff when we're not together. Cassidy, when we're together, does all the video stuff. So, I mean, and then we got to go through and edit stuff and try and keep up with it. But Facebook and TikTok, you guys have been blowing us up, which is awesome. We didn't really expect it. We're just trying to put out content, but you guys seem to be liking it. I mean, our last, was it on Facebook or TikTok that got like 42,000 views?
42,000 views, I think, and it was just us beating on a fender.
Just beating the hell out of your fender with a sledgehammer, so...
No, yeah, we appreciate you guys, and all the people that have been buying apparel too. Just remember, we got our shirts in, so if anybody is in this area, or get a hold of us, message us. We can get them shipped out to you, no problem. Don't be afraid to ask, because we got shirts and we're
and it was cool last night. I bet we gave out 10 hero cards last night.
I think so.
Probably 10 hero cards. There was kids coming over. They were sitting in both of our cars, so that's cool. That's kind of why we're doing it.
That's why we do it.
But if you guys are in the area or whatever, we both got shirts on hand, so we'll be here all tonight and tomorrow. I know you're not hanging around tomorrow night because you got to head back home
so I can go back to work on Thursday.
Yeah.
Rough one.
But no, we'll see how tonight goes. Hopefully we can leave here with each Bobby having an LED sign.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
I was hoping I was going to see you on the front stretch, but
yeah. Well, and if I would have known you had won, I could have swore they said 99X to the front stretch. I had no idea, but you guys were a long ways away from where I was, so you guys were already gone off the track before I even came out of turn 2. So I was definitely going to come up there. So if one of us wins tonight, hopefully we can make it work. I wanted to come up there so bad. I was so mad. One, I was already mad because I had a bad night.
Yeah, that happens.
And I get back to the trailer, and then Dad comes up and says that you won. I was like, are you kidding me? I was so upset. I wanted to go up and celebrate with you, but it is what it is.
Hey, we'll get to celebrate tonight. Hopefully we get you on, and we can celebrate tonight in old Bobby fashion. Yeah, hell yeah. But no, we thank you guys a lot for all the support. Make sure you follow us on all platforms at B-Main Bobbies. We will get this uploaded to YouTube as soon as we get done here, and we'll see how tonight goes. And hopefully one of us is on top again. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.